let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Let's get our first clickbait going here. And I wanted to talk about science and technology specifically because I mean the rate that it goes is just incredible, right? I mean, we can't keep up. So we're fixing our cameras here. We're gonna fix our cameras here. We can't keep up. So we got some really cool and fun stuff out there today. What's our first clickbait? Let's see what we got here.
Clickbait.
Bam. That's what we got. Let's go right to the top. Oh my God, it's not actually clickbait. I wanted to tell you guys. That's you see, I'm out of it.
Yeah,
today.
you need to wake up, buddy.
I need my coffee. I need some coffee. We're gonna talk about 23andMe because I did my DNA test through 23andMe recently. Right. And my goodness, it's actually pretty mind blowing. First of all, they send you a kit or you buy a kit, right? And if you can wait till what do they call that? Day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Black Friday, yeah.
You can get one for half off. They're normally $200.
Oh,
well, okay. Well, I'll wait a few months to save $100.
Yeah. You waited all your life.
We got the same mom and dad. I'm good.
But the point is you pay for this kit and they give you everything you need. That you send you a little box that has like a pre-registered barcode and this like little tube that you spit in. And so I remember, I had just smoked right before I did this test too. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna be like, this dude's a pothead. But I couldn't. I had to sit here and like just gather spit. It's like over an inch or two worth of spit. Hold on. I'm not ready for that yet. It's all good. But so you need like an inch or two of spit before you fill this thing up. Yeah,
I thought it was just like a swab, right? You swab, put it in there and get it going.
I had to do a saliva drug test once. Bro, it's gross. You got to generate
a lot of saliva.
So what did you do? Because I'm not joking. Whenever I did mine, I had, that like trick you do, and you're like,
when you're hacking. Oh,
yeah, pretty much.
No,
when
that's
I
nasty.
fucking did that, and I spit. I'm not joking. It was full of blood.
Oh no, yeah, no. Sucking on your gut. Oh no. I don't have gingivitis, fortunately.
What are you guys doing to us here?
But no, I just salivated. I don't know, manipulated my tongue around my mouth, and I got it was hard. It took me a while. It took me multiple spits to get this thing going.
That is a lot of saliva. That's
but
surprising.
So I filled this thing up, and 2 months later, they send you your results, and I wanted to share them with everybody here. So let's see what we got here. I learned some interesting things, by the way.
This is yours.
Right off the bat, they show you a global map of where and a pie graph of basically what you're comprised of here.
Okay.
And you see that starting from left to right, 54.3% of my DNA is broadly Southern European, and almost all of that is Spanish.
There you go.
It says Spanish and Portuguese, but when you break that down, I have no Portuguese markers. It's all Spanish, right? And if you know Puerto Ricans, you know that Puerto Rican blood is native, is indigenous, peoples. Right? Indigenous peoples, which were known as Tainos. It is Africans, and it is Europeans, mainly Spaniards. So there you have it. There's the freaking evidence right there. I'm 1.3% Jewish, guys.
Slow down there, Hefe.
Mazel's, everyone.
Start running shit around here. Shalom. Guba's going. You need a Guba.
A Shabbos going.
What's a Guba?
This guy still
can't get it right. I'm applying to be a Shabbos going.
Still can't say Shabbos going. Okay, so then we move on to Sub-Saharan African, 26.9%. We said it, right?
Yeah, not surprising.
African. Hold on, bring that back up so I can see the rest. It's all good. So Sub-Saharan African, and you can see how my DNA has traveled all across Africa from the Congo through Ghana and Nigeria. So holler at your boy, Francis Ngannou. Just saying.
We're family now.
We're practically family.
Oh, yeah. What up?
Yeah.
What up?
So 12% indigenous American, which I think is pretty cool. And we know, right, that could be Taino, right? That could be Arawak. We don't know. That's somewhere between Canada, Mexico, and the Americas and the Caribbean. So, and then the rest is, look at 0.1% Coptic Egypt.
0.1% Egyptian.
Which is what I thought was. the indigenous American is is coolest to me because I want to know do I have DNA from like a specific tribe, which would be very cool.
That would be
because
great.
I would totally milk that shit. Milk the hell out of that. The Coptic Egyptian one was interesting to me because when I went and looked up my freaking actually like this next slide here, my I forgot what it's called, but it says it on there. Pull up that next one here. My haplop group. Okay. I've realized that my paternal haplotype, like on my father's bloodline, I share ancient paternal lineage with Pharaoh Ramses III, a fighting pharaoh, one of my favorites, murdered.
Pharaoh Ramses III, EV30, so they can.
That's dope.
I think it's pretty dope.
They can pinpoint the actual gene that connects you guys. That is cool.
There's people out there that like to refer to themselves
the sun god
as
here.
Descendants of kings and queens. We are actually descendants of kings.
Oh, slow down there, okay?
Now, I will say this. Now, this is not very uncommon. There are thousands, probably tens of thousands of people that share a DNA lineage or haplogroup with Ramses III. So I'm not claiming special, but if you want to refer to me as Pharaoh, Frank the Tank, I'm not going to stop you.
You do have a Pharaoh look.
It's so interesting because I wish I would have got this information before because Cash, our producer, his traits are so different.
Right.
So different from mine. He's going to pull up and talk about his real quick.
Straight up.
It's 99.3% European. Come here, Cash. Cash is going to pull up into it's just so crazy. He's got like nothing.
Different. Look at him.
I'm a mutt. This dude is.
He's biracial. I found out I'm not. I am like ancestral probably.
I mean, it's funny, but it's probably true. I mean, your DNA.
It's not a joke.
Read it. Go ahead and read it out.
99.3% European.
Somewhere along the line, there was some system.
You know what I mean? Like, what is his? Bring his back up real quick.
It's not uncommon for groups back in the past to try and keep it in the bloodline.
54.3% European. I had 99.3.
99.3.
I'm a colonizer.
Yeah.
I'm a colonizer.
We gotta see. Do you have any descendants? Are you in your haplogroup? Have you looked into that?
I believe it's like King Henry VIII.
Oh, damn. That. Okay. So that's so that makes sense. Definitely come from like just keeping it right. We know that royalty, especially European, they keep that shit in the family.
Yeah,
who knows? It could be some inbreeding in there.
I mean,
and it wasn't uncommon.
Here it is. You share a parental line ancestor with King Louis
the 16th. Interesting. Okay, so that's French.
Okay, King.
All right.
And you can call him Pharaoh, call me King.
There you go. Yes, it makes sense.
You know what? This is cool, and I feel like I want it. I feel like my sister had it, so I might reach out to her. But remember, a long time ago, we talked about how they got your DNA now. I mean, they got your DNA. Are you guys not worried at all? A little bit at all?
I'm not really concerned. You know, they do have one thing to know, like. Well, I mean, at least legal. They could do whatever the hell they want. We might not know about it, but legally, they do have like waivers and things that you can sign that say, like, I chose to have my DNA destroyed when they were done with this.
Okay.
So for me, you know, at least if my DNA ends up somewhere after they did this, it shouldn't because they destroyed it. Yeah. At least they said they would.
Yeah. I mean, a conspiracy theory, right?
Sure.
I mean, you're not 23andMe, a global company, and you're black dealing people's DNA.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Let me give you some of these other findings that I found, which was pretty interesting. It tells you, based on your ancestry timeline, generationally, where you were. So they give me between 3 and 8+ generations. So going back between 6 and 8 generations, it says that my family or my bloodline started in Guinea and Senegal.
Africa.
Around the same time, North Africa and Egypt. And somewhere in there is where my Jewish roots come from.
Interesting. 6 to 8 generations is not a lot if you kind of think about it. 800 years, 1,000
my great grandma,
Our
grandpa.
grandfather is what? 2 generations removed from us.
Okay, so his great, not that far.
And here, it's funny that you say that. And we fast forwarding to, and by the way, between 5 and 8 generations, we're in Iran and Mesopotamia.
Wow, so you're not that far away from this mixture of it. Like,
big time.
That's very interesting. I like
that. And Big Ace, you talked about our grandfather, who is blacker than most black people with nappy white hair, or who was at least. But just 3 generations ago, our DNA was in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Ghana. So, hey, Lizette, what's up? How you doing? So just 3 generations. We're talking about parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. So DNA started somewhere in. So I mean, damn.
Like this.
I mean,
does it work like that generation?
Along those lines. Mm-hmm. Our grandfather was born in 1911.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
So think about this. He was, his grandparents quite possibly could have been in the slave trade.
It's more like it's likely.
Very
likely.
Very likely.
I mean, that's the time frame.
That's how Puerto Ricans came to be, right?
Yeah. And Grandpa being so dark, he's 100% from. You know what I mean? You could tell.
Yeah. Supposedly, I mean, Frank is a great example of his DNA stemming from Africa. I mean, I know Cash is 99%. But there's reasoning behind it. Okay, so
there you go.
So the 0.7% of the rest of you is African. So if we want proof, there's our proof. So yeah, that's funny,
basically the percentage in cash. The percentage in cash that is sub-Saharan African is the same that is basically all life on Earth.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All human life on Earth. Yeah.
All life started.
Yeah. All right, so here's some things that I thought interesting that I'll just fire off to you. They can narrow down your physical traits. Again, they don't have pictures of me. They have my DNA, okay? Here's some weird things that they were able to figure out through my DNA. I have a 50-50 chance of being able to match musical pitch, which I've always been able to.
Interesting.
No problem. I likely can smell asparagus odor.
Okay.
I didn't know people couldn't, but I can smell.
Okay.
They nailed it on that. Likely can taste bitter taste, which I definitely can. You ever try to huff keyboard cleaner? Yeah, bad idea. Listen, we don't condone that. Anyway, bunions, less likely to have bunions. And let me tell you, I have beautiful feet. I am known for having beautiful feet.
It's genetics here.
You girls, Yeah. Apparently it says I have a cilantro taste aversion, which is wrong because I love cilantro. Says I have a fear of heights. Less likely though. Gotcha. Less likely average to have a fear of heights, which is true. I get those invasive thoughts like everybody else, but I don't have a fear of heights.
I'm telling you,
I
man.
have more of a fear of being up on like an unstable structure, like on a wobbly ladder. I'm not afraid of.
Well, that's anybody. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
on a roof or whatever. But if I'm on something that I don't feel stable, or
sure,
it freaks me out.
Yeah. How about this one? Less likely to have a fear of public speaking.
Yeah, you're right here, buddy.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
About 50-50 chance of preferring vanilla or chocolate ice cream. Wrong.
No,
I love strawberry.
Oh.
It's all about the strawberry for me. And this one is true. Likely bitten more often than others by mosquitoes.
Bitten by mosquitoes.
Bro, I get tore up by freaking mosquitoes.
That is so interesting. So basically anything that has to do with your body, your genes define it. Point blank, period.
It's crazy.
This proves it. So your hair color, your allergies, your smell, you're talking anything with your physical nature is predetermined or determined by genetically determined by a strand smaller than anything.
It was
crazy. They nailed it.
Even able to find, our cousin.
Yeah, exactly. If anybody else has done the DNA thing, it tells you who is related to you. According to this, and like many people, I have over 5,000 people that share my DNA. And that's not uncommon. Again, many people share DNA, but there was over 5,000 people that I shared DNA with. all ranges from 1% to 11, 12%. So pretty interesting. 23andMe, man, that thing worth every freaking penny to me. I'm getting one for my parents. Hey guys, it's Frank the Tank here. And if you like what you saw in today's episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. And for all new fresh content, go ahead and click right on over there. Watch out, Big Ace. And if you want to watch some of our more classic episodes, go ahead and click right on that way. Every week Wednesday in the Cypher with the Podheads.